Once upon a time, on a beautiful, bright morning, a little red hen was taking her usual stroll down a sunny path. As she clucked and pecked along, something caught her eye. Lying in the soft green grass was a tiny little sack. Cluck. Well, what's this? She wondered aloud. Her curiosity piqued. She gave the sack a gentle peck, and it popped open. Inside, she saw a handful of perfect, golden wheat seeds. Oh, how wonderful, she gasped. These are even better than my usual corn. What a delicious treat this will make! Feeling very pleased with her discovery, she scooped up the sack and began to hum a happy little tune as she trotted back towards her cozy coop. But halfway there, she suddenly stopped in her tracks. A new, even better idea had popped into her head. Wait a minute, she thought. Maybe I shouldn't eat these all by myself. Maybe, just maybe, I could bake a big, beautiful, fluffy cake and share it with all of my friends. The thought of a shared celebration made her heart flutter with excitement. With her new plan in mind, she turned and hurried off to find some help. First, she came across Pig, Duck, and Turkey, who were all sitting under the shade of a big oak tree, completely absorbed in a game of cards. Friends, hello, she chirped cheerfully. I have a fantastic idea. I found these amazing wheat seeds, and I want to bake a big, delicious cake for everyone to enjoy. Who wants to help me? Pig didn't even look up from his cards. Not me, he grumbled, frowning. I'm on a winning streak. I can't stop now. Turkey shuffled his feet. Not me, he said, looking a bit distracted. Ask me later, perhaps. Duck just quacked and shook his head. Not me, he said firmly. I really don't like cooking. It's messy. Little Red Hen let out a little sigh. She was a bit disappointed, but she wasn't going to let their grumpiness spoil her wonderful plan. Well then, she said, fluffing her feathers, I'll just have to find someone kind who does want to help. And with that, she continued on her way, her head held high. A little further down the lane, she saw Donkey Jules, who was happily munching on some sweet green grass. Jules, my good friend, she called out. I found some lovely wheat grains. I want to bake a cake, but I don't know where to start. Do you know how to turn these into a cake? Jules stopped chewing and gave her a big, friendly bray. I sure do, he said warmly. The very first thing you'll need is to turn those grains into flour. Go and ask Valentine the horse. He runs the mill over in the big barnyard, and he's the best at grinding grain. Thanking Jules, the little red hen scurried off towards the barnyard. She found Valentine standing proudly by his large grinding stone. Valentine, my dear friend, she said politely, I was hoping you could help me. Could you please grind my wheat into flour for a cake? Of course, Little Red Hen, neighed the strong horse with a kind smile. It would be my pleasure. Pour the seeds right in here, and I'll get the wheel turning. Little Red Hen tipped the seeds into the mill, and Valentine began to push the heavy stone. Round and round and round he went, with steady, powerful steps. Soon, a soft, fine, white flour began to fall into the little cloth bag she held open. Oh, thank you, Valentine. This is perfect, she exclaimed. But what do I need next? Valentine thought for a moment. For a cake? You'll definitely need sugar, he advised. You should ask Sydney the mouse. She's very resourceful and always finds sugar in the farmer's kitchen.
So, Little Red Hen's journey continued.
She hurried over to the big barn where she knew Sydney, the mouse, lived. Sydney, are you there? She called softly. A tiny head with twitching whiskers popped out from a small crack in the wall. Little Red Hen! What brings you here? Sydney, I'm baking a cake for everyone, she explained. Could you possibly spare just a little bit of sugar? A cake! How lovely! Squeaked the mouse. Of course, my dear, I have just the thing. And with a flick of her tail, Sydney scurried away and returned with a small spoonful of sparkling white sugar, which she carefully sprinkled into the hen's growing sack of ingredients. Just as she was thanking the little mouse, Little Red Hen let out a sudden gasp. Oh no! I completely forgot the eggs. A cake needs eggs. Without another moment to lose, she turned and ran as fast as her little legs could carry her to the hen house. She burst through the door, a little out of breath. Ladies, I need your help. I'm baking a wonderful cake, and I need 2 fresh eggs. Who will help me? Immediately, the hen house erupted in a flurry of excited cackles and fluttering wings. Every single hen wanted to contribute. Me. Pick me.
They all clucked at once. My eggs are the best.
Little Red Hen laughed kindly. 2 will be plenty. Thank you all so much, she said, gratefully taking the 2 nearest eggs. Now she had flour, sugar, and eggs. The cake was coming together, but she knew something was still missing. Milk? Of course, she needed milk to make the batter smooth and creamy. So, she set off once more, this time heading to the peaceful meadow where she found Miranda the cow, resting calmly in the warm sunshine. Miranda? Excuse me, said the Little Red Hen. Could you please give me a little milk for my cake? Miranda turned her head slowly and gave the hen a gentle look. I'd love to help, dear, she said in her calm, low voice. But it's not milking time just yet. However, I am sure there is some milk left over from breakfast in the bowl in the kitchen. You should go check there. So off she went again, back towards the farmhouse kitchen. Peeking inside, she saw Sacha the cat curled up and snoring softly beside his bowl of milk. She didn't want to wake him, so she whispered, Excuse me, Sacha? The cat's ears twitched. Could you possibly share a little of your milk so I can finish my cake? Sacha's eyes blinked open, and he stretched with a long, sleepy purr. Did you say cake?
He murmured, his ears perking up.
Cake is my absolute
Favorite word.
Of course you can have the milk, he said,
Suddenly, wide awake.
In fact, you can use my bowl to mix everything in. But you have to promise me the biggest slice when it's done. It's a deal, laughed the Little Red Hen. She poured the fine flour, the sweet sugar, the fresh eggs, and the creamy milk all into Sacha's bowl and began to mix. The batter looked smooth and perfect. But now, she had a new problem. How would she bake it? Sacha, who knew all the secrets of the house, just grinned. See that little hole near the fireplace?
He pointed with his tail. That's the ash oven.
Slip the bowl in there. The farmer will be lighting the fire for the evening soon. It'll bake in there perfectly. And that is exactly what happened. The fire crackled to life. The house grew warm, and soon, the most delicious, sweet, vanilla and sugar smell began to fill the entire house, drifting out the windows and across the farmyard. When the cake was a beautiful golden brown, Little Red Hen carefully took it out. She let it cool, and then, true to her word, she began to share it fairly among everyone who had helped her. She gave a nice piece to Donkey Jules, a slice to Valentine, the horse, a little crumb for Sidney the mouse, some for all the hens in the hen house, and of course the biggest slice of all for Sacha, the cat. Everyone who had helped gathered around,
And they all agreed it was the most delicious cake they had ever tasted. Everyone enjoyed the cake, that is,
except for pig, duck, and turkey. They were still sitting under the tree, arguing over their card game, completely oblivious to the wonderful party they were missing. And from that day forward, whenever anyone on the farm smelled something delicious baking, they would smile and remember the Little Red Hen, the one who could have kept it all for herself but chose to bake a cake and share it with her friends instead. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.